Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ying Chang, and I'm the Program Director of Urban Planning and Design this semester. Today I'm going to briefly introduce our program to you. And the first thing I'm very glad to share with you is that our sister program at Liverpool is the oldest program and department and also planning school in the world. The Department of Geography and Planning previously was called Department of Civic Design, was established in 1909 during the Industrial Revolution period. And in the year of 2009, our Department of Urban Planning and Design was established at XJTLU, and we are the largest planning school in China. There were already more than 1,000 graduated from our program. So you are going to get dual degrees. One is awarded by the Higher Education Authority in the UK, and the other one will be awarded by the Ministry of Education in China. And the Liverpool degree is a Bachelor of Arts, and the Chinese degree in Chinese is called 城乡规划, which is a coded title in the category of Ministry of Education. And although our program is called Urban Planning and Design, but in fact we look at both urban and rural area, and we don't think rural area is the counter space or society of urban, but in fact we aim to plan a more coordinated and integrated system between urban and rural areas. So as you can see from the slide, we look at a very diverse and various aspects of our spatial system, including environment, energy, housing, employment, school, and food, rural economies, and also biodiversity, footprints, public transportation, networks. We consider all these systems, and also, the disparity and the balance between urban and rural areas. So this is maybe new to you, that planning and design is not just about the play with the space or shapes. In fact, we look at more like qualitative aspects of space, including the use of efficiency of land use plan, and also other resources and assets, and also sustainability issue of our space and environment. So there were several ways to achieve the sustainable goals. For example, you are going to learn that, in addition to your own proposal, you also will learn how to evaluate different alternative proposals and what's the principles and even standards, to make the best decision that can utilize and optimize the value of the land for the sustainability of our world, climate, and also the earth, but also for better quality of our life without the trade-off of our precious natural resources. So you are going to look at the space at different scales, including public open space, density, volume, configuration, land use functions, and how they are coordinated together, like a street, how you organize street, transportation, movement. And also you're going to consider like a green space, water or blue space, like countryside, environment, biodiversity, all the aspects. On the screen, this is a three-dimensional map of the city of Suzhou. So here you can see this is the Singapore Suzhou Industrial Park, and this is the new technology districts. Sorry, here is SIP, and this is the new technology district. Here is SIP, and here is the new technology district, and then there's the Qionglong Mountain area. And the south is Wuzhong and Wujiang. At the north is Xiangcheng. And in the middle, the very flat part is the older town, the inner city of Suzhou. And we all know that Suzhou is famous for its very rigid policy and measures to preserve and conserve the old fabric, buildings, and the culture of the older town. And now many cities, they praise Suzhou to be so wise to make a decision to conserve the older town, the entire older town, and its listed World Heritage area. So this example here, the conservation of the older town of Suzhou, is a good example that urban planning and design is not only about the new development of new area. We also consider, for example, here, stop new environment, new development. We need to preserve, we need to control the development, and we need to regulate the density, the height of the new buildings of the older town, like not higher than the tallest tower of the older town. So that's another way to regulate the space. So that's also something you are going to learn in the program. Another very important and very valuable feature of our program is that we place people at the center of all planning and design exercises and practices. Why? So here, for example, we consider people's needs, people's demand, people's priority, and then we plan, design, we organize space in order to meet their movement needs, their play, their live, their work, these different needs. And then, it's single buildings to accommodate some specific functions, eating, having cafe, social, entertainment, etc. But at first, we need to understand who are they and what's their needs. Older people, younger people, family with little children, etc. They all have different needs and demand, and the space, the organization, the arrangement of configuration of our space should meet their needs and help them to pursue better quality of life. And also we need to consider, for example, the environmental cost in this development process, the value of the cultural, and how to organize economic activities, CBDs, with heritage center, how to organize public transportation. At the same time, need to also keep, like green space and water space, etc. So very interesting, very interesting. On this slide, this is like an exhibition of some, like to collect some opinions about what's going on. And another important aspect and the feature of our program is that we consult people, we listen to people, we respect what people say, instead of to impose planner or designer's idea on local people, because we respect they are the local managers and end users, and we should place their demands and needs at the first, and we should give them opportunities and channels to express themselves to be the real client of planning and design exercise. So sense of community, social value, social development, also equally important in our program. And as we have said before, people is more important than building and then space. Now I'm going to introduce our program. On the screen you see our program curriculum from year 1 to year 4. So from general, from lower level to more advanced level, and also you are going to have more options when you progress to year 4. There were several things we need to make sure we're on the same page before we carry on. First, we are different from architecture, particularly that from perspective that we expect students to have advanced or at least proficient level of reading, writing, and speaking. And graphic or illustrating skills, in fact, is not more important than the English communicative skills. Because we are going to write academic essays, papers, examinations, you need to give verbal presentations in front of examiners and also other groups. You need to read literature so you can develop your knowledge scope and also your cognition about key concepts and theory and the latest studies and research on our subject. And another important skill is teamwork skills and teamwork spirit, because in your study and also in your future career, you will need to collaborate with other colleagues, because normally planning projects or design projects, they involve different sectors, disciplines, and they involve, as we have mentioned before, multiple aspects of space. It's very comprehensive. So you need to, and nobody has the knowledge of everything. So that's why you need to collaborate with others for better ideas, better solutions, and better proposals. Next. One thing about our program is that you just need to take general mathematics in year 1. You don't need to study advanced mathematics. Although you are going to learn some statistics analysis in planning methodology or in GIS or spatial analysis skills that requires a little bit of statistics analysis skills, but definitely the general level of mathematics in year 1 will be sufficient. Next, as we have mentioned before, different from architecture and pure design programs, our programs will train your mind, your brain, in fact, to also have equally strong abilities to think in a critical way and to articulate your arguments and reasoning in a logical way. And also you can make decisions, strategic decisions, after you know facts, informations from different aspects. It's very comprehensive and sophisticated skill that you need to learn and train. And for sketching, drawing, design skills, we mainly focus on some basic graphic aesthetic appreciation principles, and we focus on your spatial sensation and also awareness. So in year 1, you are going to have opportunity to, it's optional module, and you will learn some very basic concepts, theory, and skills of urban planning and design. So for example, how to use our body to measure the space, and sketching of city corner space, human activities, and some like to interview people to collect their feedback and how they feel about the space, and some technical skills like master floor plan section, elevation drawing, space like movement analysis, space analysis, land use analysis, and some basic drawing skills like perspective view. Even you didn't learn drawing or painting before, we are very sure that you can learn these skills in a very easy way because we have so many graduates who prove that. In year 2, you're going to learn like some very fundamental courses in our subjects. For example, history of purpose of planning, and some planning theory, like also in China, in the UK, in Western Europe and North American. So you're going to learn both like planning history and theories in China and international countries, other countries. You also will learn some very fundamental courses. For example, skills for planning and design practices. That is mainly to train your spatial design skills. Very similar, a little bit similar to the fundamental course in year 1, semester 2, but in a more advanced level. You're going to learn urban economics and also neighborhood planning in semester 2. Now next, this is some outputs of neighborhood of skills and skills for planning and design practice in semester 1 last year. So we made, in fact, a real, we call it like a pop-up garden. We can move it to any corner on campus to promote the concept of community garden. So this is some model they made, right? We use pellets, waste material to make the garden, the planting bed. So this is some output from 112 in previous years. So basically, you will also learn, all these basic skills. After you progress to year 3, you are going to learn some courses more related to management of city. So for example, you need to consider environmental sustainability, you need to consider transportation, and rural planning, its relation and balance to rural areas, projecting and managing urban futures, and the planning and the research methodology. So this is more to equip you with basic skills for city management and strategic proposal plan making to prepare for year 4. And you are going to also to learn geographical information system, in short, GIS, as a fundamental course for your future study. So on the slide, so this is some pictures of design in every semester from year 2. You will have design studio. So make model, make plan. This is some example of GIS course. And on this slide is field trips to Dalian. It's part of Network and Cities program course. And in year 4, you are going to have more choices. So for those who like planning, like critical thinking, strategic decision making more, you can choose planning practice studios. So you are going to study policy and land use, to have more strategic and comprehensive considerations of land use, etc. And if you are more interested in design, you can choose Urban Design Studio. But in semester 2, these two classes, two streams will be merged into one spatial project, and you are expected to learn from each other's strengths and make a collaboration for your coursework. Final year project is one project that will last for 2 semesters, 10 credits. And for these 3 courses, critical debates in contemporary cities, international planning studies, international field class, you can choose 2 out of 3. And you also will learn some modules that are more about your the practice of this field. For example, planning, law and governance, and the planning and property development. One is mainly from the government, states perspective. One is more from the private sector's perspective. But in fact, you are going to learn that state, society, and the market, this triangle, this evaluation framework in all your way of thinking, in fact. So this is some image when they went to South Korea for their international field class. This is when they went to Singapore. Okay, on the slide, this is the current faculty members, including academic staff and supporting team, technician and department of secretary. As you can see that all our academic staff have very diverse international background in like higher education or teaching or postdoctoral research training, and our staff have very diverse research interests, from environmental planning to heritage to infrastructure, sustainable development, smart city, compact city, property development, housing, urban economics, urban design, public health, GIS, urban history. And every summer, XJTLU has Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, in short, SURF. And you are welcome to join teacher, professors, team to undertake research during the summer, and you are going to learn a lot of research skills during the summer. So it will be a very valuable experience. Now, this is the statistics of our graduates in 2021. Most of our students very consistent with university statistics that more than 83 they continue postgraduate study. And among those who went to postgraduate study, 40%, 2 out of 5, they went to top 10 world universities, and 88% they went to top 100 universities in the world. On the next slide, so this is from a survey from our alumni. We undertook a survey in 2018. So about 1/3 work for private sectors, and about 23 work for government enterprises, and including state-owned design institute or civil servants for planning bureau, and 26% working for like international company, joint venture, something like this. And we also have graduates who work for international NGO on like environmental protection. We also have graduates working for publisher, for academic journal, like academic journal editor. We also have students work for bank, because bank needs to finance some infrastructure projects or some like really landmark significant building projects or development. They need evaluation from professional perspective. So We also have graduates working in banks, but they still keep their research interest and desire. Now, this is a very, very good view of North Campus, and the fourth and the fifth floor of engineering building is where our staff and admin staff, their office are. And from the ground to the third floor, the first to the third floor, they're all like studio and the teaching classrooms for students. So how to find us? We're located on North Campus, so you can enter from Ren'ai Road, and we're located at the east side, east corner of North Campus. And if you find this Liverpool white pavilion, we are the closest entry from the white pavilion. And this is a picture taken in spring around April time. And every year around April time, during like the blossom of cherry tree, we have the best view from engineering building, and it looks really gorgeous from our building. But also you can have a close observation if you walk closely to the tree and have a very close observation of the trees and the flowers. Okay. Now this is the last slide. This is open space on the first floor of engineering building. Maybe in the future it will have more functions. And this is like a group photo of one of our earliest cohorts of our program. Many of them, they are already senior like manager or staff of their employers. So please join us, and we look forward to seeing you here. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.